Hey, Dr. C here. So you can do a whole body workout with no equipment and it's crazy easy. What I would suggest, plan twice a week. I do Tuesday and Thursday for strength training. Do each of these exercises one time through. So you do each single one between 8 to 12 repetitions. Do the next one, and then repeat. So we'll get in 3 sets total. I won't do all 3 sets with you. If you're new to exercise, I'll show you some variations to make it easy. If you're fit, I'll show you something to make it as challenging as you want. Okay, so upper body, all we're really gonna be doing is pushing and pulling and core. So let's do pushing first. And the basic idea here is the classic push-up and simply keeping your body straight, your back straight, down and up. Now, if you're fit and that's easy, just put your feet up higher on something. And the higher you go, the harder it'll be. And you can even do just 1 foot up to make it more challenging. Now, on the other hand, if you're new to exercise, this can be as easy as you want. You can lean against a surface. This could be something like the stairs, so you got your upper body higher, and now you've made it simpler. I like these more than the knee-based pull push-ups. I used to call those the girl push-ups, because you're not using as much as your core with those. So still keep your whole body straight, but use a surface to have your upper body higher. So you can make as little resistance as you want, or you can get as much resistance as you want. So now here's a tricky one, the pulling part. So classic pull-ups are wonderful if you can do those, if you've got a place to do those. If you don't, or if that's too challenging, this is a cool trick. You've got a towel. You got a towel somewhere, and you got a doorknob somewhere. That's all you need for pulling exercise for your upper body, okay? So, voila, you've now got a pulling station. And what you're gonna do is a row-like motion. And you can adjust this too to make it harder or easier. So if you wanna make it easier, you would simply set yourself a little further back, and use both arms. And you're gonna keep your body at about this angle, so you're not bending as you're going, you're keeping your knees and your upper body straight. If you wanna make it harder, you put your feet closer to the door. And if you wanna make it much harder, you can do 1 arm at a time and make this a pretty good challenge. Okay, so that was the pulling. Now we think about the core. We got our towel, right? If you've seen The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, you know that you never want to go explore the galaxy without your towel. So core, you see the crunches quite a bit. A good variation is one in which all you're doing is taking your shoulders off the ground and holding for a couple of seconds. Hold for about 3 seconds and come down again and repeat. And you'll get a good range of all the core stabilizers with that one little motion. So that's the upper body. So now let's think about the lower body. Well, we're basically gonna be doing bending, stepping, and squatting for the main motions. Bending is just that. We'll be standing with feet about shoulder width apart, bend forward, keeping your legs just slightly bent, and coming back up again. So this can be a good starter version of that. If this is a challenge with your back or your fitness, you wouldn't have to come down as far. Just come down a little ways. And as you get more fit, you can add resistance to this. And that could be a kettlebell, a dumbbell, that could be a jug of water, but just create some extra resistance for the bending. And this is gonna be working a lot of the posterior chain for your body in here. Another variation you can do if you like, you can do this single-legged to make it more of a stabilization challenge. Coming down and back up again. So it's that same bending motion. Okay, now we've got squatting and stepping. And squatting, just that. Bodyweight squats are phenomenal exercises. Feet shoulder width apart, curling your pelvis just a little bit, and then just coming down and up. And if this is a newer thing, this is challenging for you, don't go down as far. You could even do this over a couch or a chair that you stop on to support yourself. Come down a little ways, and come back up again. And find a number that's a good, gentle challenge for about a dozen, 8 to 12. As you get more fit, you can grab some resistance and add to that. This is called a goblet squat. And yeah, same motion. And so last lower body movement will be stepping. And guess what? We're right by some steps. So you could go up and down, but the down part takes quite a bit away from the continual stimulation. So we're gonna step up and down, come on in closer. And if you're newer to exercise, this is something you've not done a lot of before, you can do the one step. So up, down, changing feet, up, down. So that's the whole stepping motion. As you get more fit, you could use a second step, or you could use a bench or a platform or a step stool and just go up a little bit higher for the motion. And you can also skip that step down to go immediately back up again on the foot that's up to make it faster paced, a little more challenging. And as a final way to make it harder, same idea, you can add on some resistance. And this is actually a cool thing to have the resistance on one side and not even. You'll challenge more of your core and a lot more of your stabilization when the weight is asymmetric. So that's it. Your whole body workout, it's just pushing, pulling, bending, squatting, and stepping. Those are the motions a human body can do. And yeah, a couple times a week, 3 sets of 8 to 10 repetitions, and do the variation, do the resistance towards a good challenge, but not too much. All right, take great care.